Hi, I'm Rita King. I'm the Innovator in Residence at IBM Analytics Virtual Center and a security futurist at the Aspen Institute. But I'm here today to talk about cities and networks of the future. I was going to give a presentation about what I learned in Greece this spring about the relationship between technology and democracy. While I was there, an alleged terrorist ring was busted a few blocks away from where I was staying, and that was before the riots began and the economy publicly collapsed. Greece is a monument to the timeless effort to augment and enhance reality, not unlike the Herculean effort that Gov 2.0 is now making to change with the changing times. But while I was working on my presentation, something even more cataclysmic occurred, the volcano with the unpronounceable name. I was in London when the eruption took place. Like thousands of other people, I became a volcano refugee when a massive cloud of ash suddenly illuminated what is usually hidden, worldwide economic and cultural interconnectedness. I ended up at the magnificent Guggenheim in Bilbao after a 35-hour ferry ride from the UK. And in Bilbao, a giant flowered dog made it immediately clear that unexpected creative magic can completely transform a city. The poet Wallace Stevens said, "The imagination can only conceive of the world for a moment, a particular time, place, and culture, and so must continuously revise its conception to align with a changing world. As worldviews come and go, each person is pulled between the influence the world has on imagination and the influence imagination has on the way we view the world, or in this case, how we view Detroit." The next slide is a small map of an area in Detroit. The blue rectangle represents a new type of community forming there. The community is an experiment in micro-ownership of shared assets. It's called Loveland. Each parcel in Loveland is a single square inch. So far, there are over 600 people in the network sharing the space, which expands daily. I'm an inchvestor. My neighborhood, the Imagination Age, is shown in yellow. It's 1,000 square inches. The next slide is a detail of the Imagination Age neighborhood. It's a map. 1,000 inches are divided into 9 zones with shared space for cultural and economic development. This project is being documented by filmmaker Jesse Dillon. While Gov 2.0 is also struggling toward meaningful reconstruction, the connection between this project, the brainchild of artist and entrepreneur Jerry Paffendorf, and Gov 2.0 might not be immediately obvious. But in the 1930s, $7 billion was spent on WPA, the Works Progress Administration. Millions of people were hired to carry out public works projects. Nearly every community benefited. Muralists like Diego Rivera were commissioned to beautify buildings. 9-year-old Detroit girl Ricky Collins, who lives in the only house on her block that isn't abandoned, understands intuitively that she now has hundreds of neighbors from all over the world because of Loveland. But is Loveland real? These 2 houses in Detroit are part of the project. The house on the left will be the Imagination Station, dedicated to public art. The house on the right will be used for skills creation and digital literacy. The Imagination Station will be located to the left of the abandoned Michigan Central Station. Vision and effort will transform these structures. Our hope is that Detroit will become a city of the future once again. Once these buildings are renovated, the network can start to create what the network needs, starting with jobs. These facilities will benefit local people as well as those who live on the network globally. This entire process of reconstruction and transformation will be captured by a special solar-powered camera created to document processes in public spaces without access to electricity. The archives from this process will be curated partly in Jesse Dillon's Inch. In addition to being a filmmaker, he serves as the curator of mysteries of the Imagination Age. He's committed, like many others, to this process of creative reconstruction. In order to be powerful, the imagination must lead to the real, at which point the line between the 2 realms dissolves, just as the line between virtual and physical disappears when real-world benefit becomes apparent. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm happy for the chance to share this with you, and I hope that you will consider being a part of this effort to create a network and a city of the future. Thank you very much.